Okay, welcome back to you all. Now we'll discuss the next topic, that is characterization of proteins. Characterization means actually knowing their properties, sequencing them, knowing how do they function. All together comes under characterization of a protein. All these process includes characterization. So one of the important process in the characterization of protein is separation of proteins or isolation of proteins. There are various techniques which are used for characterization of proteins, such as electrophoresis, protein fingerprinting, two-dimensional gel electrophoresis, protein sequencing, and another important technique is mass spectrometry. All these techniques we have already discussed in this chapter previously itself. Now we are going to concentrate on this particular technique, that is mass spectrometry. Before going to this technique, what makes mass spectrometry so important or so much of important? Let us see why mass spectrometry is suggested, or what are the advantages of mass spectrometry. That certain proteins, proteins are actually biomolecules. We normally say as macromolecules because they have huge size compared to others. Moreover, the proteins which are more than 1200 Daltons, they may have different charges or different charged states. I'll make it clear. Suppose this is a protein name is A. This protein is having different states. This is it's one of the states, that is A plus. Another is A plus plus, where this protein is having same protein, two positive charges. They have again three positive charges. So A3 plus, different charges. Suppose if I want to separate these proteins from a mixture, all the previously said techniques becomes somewhat little accurate, such as 2D gel electrophoresis, protein sequencing, then fingerprinting. It means they cannot separate precisely these different molecules. Moreover, if the protein samples are of very small quantity, even very small quantity, suppose in 1 microgram total sample में 1 picogram A plus plus है, so we need to separate this one. It become difficult. These molecules and their separation can be done through mass spectrometry, and this is highly sophisticated and can have separation to very small quantity levels. And if the proteins are having different charges, they can also be separated. Same protein with different charges can also be separated using mass spectrometry. Okay, now we'll see the general schematic diagram of mass spectrometer. It is having different chambers like ionization chamber, acceleration chamber, deflection chamber, detection chamber. Okay, and all these different chambers are having different works. Like in this ionization chamber, the sample get ionized. It's a prerequisite of mass spectrometer. The sample need to be in ionized form. And there is another section where the samples are getting accelerated. They are accelerated towards a tube which is containing electromagnets of different charges. So based on their charges, they will be getting deflected from their path. And at the detection chamber, their mass as well as charge will be dictated, and that will be given to a computer. In the computer, various algorithms will compute it and the separation can be done. So this is general structure of mass spectrometer. Okay, now we'll see the working of mass spectrometer. The first chamber is ionization. In this ionization chamber, the protein sample get ionized. There are two important techniques used here. One is matrix assisted laser desorption ionization. The protein sample is mixed with a certain matrix. This matrix is highly volatile. If you give UV rays or if you pass some X-rays, they get volatile. When they get volatile, they will take sample also. Another is electrospray ionization. The sample is sprayed through a nozzle, and this nozzle is having high voltage, and in this nozzle we will also pass certain rays, X-rays or heat waves. So when they are sprayed along with some X-rays and some other heat waves, the spray molecules will convert into their respective ions. So there are two techniques, MALDI and ESI, for ionization. After ionization, they get accelerated, and then the next is deflection. So when the molecules pass through, they get deviated according to their charge. Then in the detection chamber, molecules mass as well as charge is identified, and they will calculate mass by charge value. In the detection, actually there is a technique used, time of flight, which helps to detect the mass, and the charge of the molecule also can be detected when they pass through the deflection chamber. And at the end, the analysis, this is done based on mass by charge value, and based on the mass by charge value, they will be getting separated into different containers. Now we'll move to the last part. Now we'll see what and how the analysis is being done. We will get an analysis in the form of a graph, where we can see on to the one side it is relative intensity, to the other side it is mass by charge value. We'll get certain peaks. Okay, now to know this, we'll take some examples. For example, we have a protein, and this protein is having 1 plus, 2 plus, 3 plus, 4 plus, and 5 ionizing state, 5 different charged states, and this protein is termed as M. So this will be M1 plus, M2 plus, M3 plus, M4 plus and M5 plus. Let us take this protein is having a molecular mass of 20,000. And let us assume one hydrogen equal to 1 gram. This is assumption. So we'll take MH plus. Okay. So let us take first one MH plus, 2H plus, M2H plus, M3H plus, M4H plus, and M5H plus. First one will be 20,001. This is 20,002 if you take the mass. This is 20,003. This is 20,004. This is 20,005. Now if you separate with other techniques like gel electrophoresis or protein fingerprinting and all, they all will move together, so we cannot differentiate them. Now you know the charge of this molecule is 1, this molecule is 2, and the third molecule is 3, fourth is 4, and fifth is 5. When you take mass by charge value, this become 20,001, this become 10,001, 6, 6, 6, 8, and this become 5,001, and the last one will be 4,001. अगर आप इसको देखेंगे ये सारे वैल्यू एकदम डिफरेंट है, एंड एक एल्गोरिदम विल सेपरेट दम very easily because they are having a huge difference. Now let us see how the analysis peaks will be. This one is 4001, which will come somewhere here. 4001. This is 4001. Actually ये 5 plus वाला protein है. And the other one is 5001. Let's take this is 5001. This is 4 plus, which is 5001. And the third one is actually 6668. Somewhere it will comes here. I'm just making a bigger. This relative intensity is based on the amount of that protein present in a particular time. So let us take this is 3 plus, which is 6668. 10,001 will be somewhere here. This is 2 plus, and the last one is 20,001. This is 1 plus. Now you see, if you take mass alone, then it is becoming difficult for them to separate. When you compare the size of the protein, that hydrogen's size or weight इतना कम है कि वो based on the size separate करेंगे तो भी very closely move होगा. Now if you go for mass by charge value, they can easily identify them or easily separate them. This is altogether mass spectrometry. Okay, thank you very much. That's all.